Hey Flashes, welcome to Food on the Fly. I'm Carter Smith, and this week we're going to be reviewing Fifth Avenue Bar and Grill. I got the bacon burger with tater tots. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was really good. The tater tots were really crispy. The burger was a bit overdone for me, so I couldn't give it more than that.
I got a Southwest burger. It was a burger with bacon, onion rings, and barbecue sauce. To be honest, it was like a 7 out of 10, especially when you factor in things like price and quality.
I got the Grover burger. It had like egg and bacon on it. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't think that it was worth the price because it was like $21 overall with mac and cheese as a side. So I'd give it probably a 6 or a 7 out of 10.
I just got a normal plain cheeseburger, but I got the spicy cheese balls appetizer, and those were really good. I also had the well done tots, like Carter said, and they were pretty good. But yeah, the price was a little extreme. It was good though.
Yeah, when you factor in price, and quality,
Yeah.
the ratio's not there. Price is a little high and the quality is not as up to that price.
Well, other times I've been there, it's been really good though. So maybe they just had an off day.
It's really not bad. It's actually a solid spot.
I feel like part of the price that you're paying though is kind of just for like the aesthetic of the area.
Definitely.
It's like, it was like a really cool like environment to be in overall.
Yeah.
And like, it also is a bar, so like, it's gonna be slightly more up there in price.
Yeah. The waitress was really nice too, so that's always a good thing.
That's it for Food on the Fly. We'll see you next week, and thanks for watching.
This is Sydney. She's a straight-A student. I never thought that art was something she liked to do. Me, I love art, and Sydney is my friend. She was one of my best friends, actually, and I felt like she would be a good person to interview because she's in an art class right now.
My name is Sydney. I'm in Intro to the Art right now with Miss Caldwell. At first, I chose art because I wanted an academic honors diploma and I needed a credit. But then I was like, okay, I got into the class. I was like, okay, this ain't that bad, I'm drawing a turtle right now. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I just got irritated a lot. I'm not an artsy person, so it's like I'm more of a writing and answer the question based off of reading type of person.
Do you like movies? Do you want to hear someone overanalyze and talk about them with their best friend? I got a show for you. This is Corn Popped, where we talk about a lot of movies. Most recently, we talked about Rango. You can come watch it over here on the FC Media YouTube channel.
He bought their affections with showmanship and extravagant gifts of deliciousness. So I too will make this popped corn and win over those mindless drones.
Fade it till he made it. Faked it till he made it.
Diving for FC, it's super fun. The team is great, super encouraging atmosphere. Within the diving team specifically, we're smaller, but we're super close, and we love our coach, and we lift each other up. I feel like it's more of kind of sounds cliche, but more of a family. When we fall, we're here to pick each other up, and we're with each other. But it's also competitive in healthy ways. We push each other. But overall, super fun. I love it.
Yeah, I think a couple things. When it comes to the sport of swimming diving, it's a ton of commitment and it's a ton of hard work. We're here in the mornings when people don't want to be here, and we're here late at nights. So I think one way that swimming impacts, it helps kids develop a drive and a goal, makes them very productive when they get older in life and they go and get that job. I think it also just impacts, that ability for them to, when it comes to schoolwork or anything else like that, swimming and diving really shapes their work ethic. It really helps develop that. And when you get older, like I said, work ethic can take you really far places. So I think the swimming and diving program really helps develop that work ethic for all swimmers and divers.
Yeah, diving has had a really I'd say positive influence on me. I think just sports in general is good for teaching you lessons that you can apply to your life. I think diving has really taught me to be patient. It's really given me a better perspective on being confident in myself and my skills. Like, I think early in my my high school career for diving, I wasn't really confident in myself, and I think I let a lot of pressure that I put on myself get to me. But I kind of realized that no one really has any expectations on me, and I kind of put those on myself, and I think I just need to do what I know I can do, and just not really give up either. I know in diving, you'll have a bad dive, it's going to happen, and it's how you respond that matters. So I think just getting back there up on the board and doing your best and just trying again and keep trying and trying is really good habits, and I think it's going to pay off for whenever I go off to college and whatever else is up ahead of me in my life. So.
Someone like Abram has been amazing for our program. Abram came, really honestly, like early on in his career, really just learning about diving and really kind of took it full swing and went from his freshman year to his senior year. He has just grown so much in the sport of diving. He's a big-time player for us. He's a person that we can count on day in and day out for our program. He's a leader of our program. And honestly, many of the swimmers and other divers obviously look up to him. But one way he's impacted, I think he's really given a lot of kids that kind of inspiration that no matter where you start off at in a sport, Abram has shown that like from the beginning of a sport, all the way up to the highest level of the sport, he shows that hard work, dedication, and commitment over time, you can get anywhere you want to in sports.
Well, I'm a Christian, so my relationship with the Lord obviously is inspiring, and loving like Jesus did, that's inspiring to me. So just be that light every day. I'm not perfect, but always try to be that light for other people and show them what love looks like is super important to me.
Abram is a huge influence. I know specifically towards our guys team, many of the guys just look up to Abram. He's well respected, well known. He's a guy that you can go to, a guy that you can trust. He's a guy that's just got a great heart on him. He just does so many things right. And when it comes to an athlete, when you're a coach, you're looking for that person that just fits your culture perfect. Somebody who does all the right things, somebody who doesn't, feed into bad culture or bad tactics or bad habits. And he is just a guy that does everything right. So he's a positive influence on our swim and dive program. He's a positive influence on our diving. He's a positive influence here for Franklin Central.
If you have ever wanted to be a part of a news team or be on air at a real radio station, the Franklin Central Media Program is for you. With a fully kitted studio for radio and television production, and a teacher with many years of experience in the industry, the FC Media Program prepares you for a life in broadcasting if you choose to pursue it as your career.
We make all kinds of stuff. We have a sports team, we have an arts and entertainment team, and then lastly we have a news team. They're all split up into separate desks, and then each day they'll get started on doing stuff for sports, doing stuff for our actual FC TV program, or other like news bits and pieces.
With the media production program, you have a great amount of creative freedom. The media teacher, Mr. Cooper, has this to say.
A decent amount of freedom. Everything's always oriented towards the school though, so we got to make sure we're making content for FC. But I do want to make sure the students have a little bit of, creative liberties to create the content they, think that they would enjoy and also the other students would enjoy, plus teachers and admin would enjoy as well. So there's a little bit, but we also have some restrictions on what you can and can't do. But we try to be as creative and open as possible within the limits of, being school appropriate.
The FC Media Program can be fast-paced at times since you are expected to produce one video per week. You also are expected to produce 2 features or deep dives into a topic every quarter. It's not all serious all the time though.
Honestly, I'd have to go with our old radio intros, where we used to just literally make anything and everything into an intro. One specifically, the Monster Mash one, where we brought Frankenstein to life. I think that was probably one of my favorite ones we made. Honestly, the Smiley Morning Show. As a kid, I loved listening to that with my dad. And that's what we'd listen to every day. And I just wanted to grow up and be on the radio with him, or on my own station like him.
You also get the ability to work on shows that are longer form and not exclusive to announcements.
So the IASB competition we're part of a state organization, the Indiana Association of Student Broadcasting, and every year there is a contest that is held in March where all the schools that are part of the IASB get together. Usually it's UND, but this year we're going to Butler University there's a bunch of different seminars that students and teachers can sit in on, plus there's the statewide competition. So there's different categories, ranging from news, sports, the graphics, entertainment stuff that students, it's all student-made content. So you kind of get to see who the best in the state is. So we try to do that, once a year, and all the stuff that we do throughout the year is always eligible for that contest.
I would say go for it. I had never done anything like this before, 2 years ago, and now here I am. And I loved it so much, and I love all the people I get to work with every day. So if you're interested, definitely give it a shot.
If you're interested in joining the FC Media Program, speak to your counselor during scheduling. For FCTV, I'm Samuel Valencia.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Franklin Central High School, the home of the Franklin Central Flashes, as the Franklin Central Flashes will host the Greenwood Woodmen today. Landon McQuitty is my color commentator for tonight's game. Landon, what are some key points for victory for the Flashes?
For the Flashes tonight, I really think they need to attack the offensive glass and really attack the rim. Greenwood only has one player that has kind of comparable size to EJ Hazlett or Darius Helm. They both stand 6'6" and 6'7", but they only have one player that is near that hard. That's Parker Doolin. He's only a sophomore as well, so he's a young player and doesn't have as much experience. So for FC, I think attacking the rim can do a lot of good things, and they can generate a lot of second chance points against this team because they don't rebound the ball that well. But a big thing about them is what they give up in size, they do make up for in shooting. They shoot 33% from three as a team, and they have 4 shooters that shoot above 35%, and at a high school level, that is elite.
Very elite, yes. Also, so you talk about shooting, Landon, the Franklin Central Flashes have to stay consistent shooting on the offensive side of the ball and also limit the turnovers. Landon, how do you limit the turnovers against the Greenwood Woodmen?
So when you drive, you need to make sure you are aware of who is around you, because help defense and off-ball steals can kind of happen if you're trying to generate shots in the post and you're not really looking all the way around you. So you just need to be cognizant of your surroundings and where your teammates are, which is something that particularly EJ Hazlett has been able to do pretty well as he's been developing more into a post player as he's kind of growing in size, still only a sophomore, so he still has some more development to go. But that is something that's been big in his development and Franklin Central's bit of success that they've found so far this season.
Yes, and you talk about EJ Hazlett, how he's continued to work on his post game. His post bag has been absolutely elite over these past few weeks and what we've seen. Who on the defensive side of the ball has to have a big night in order for the Flashes to win?
For the Flashes to win, you obviously are going to look at Valen Mosley, who is kind of your main defender, obviously known as the best defender on the team. You need him to be physical and try to force the turnovers, because Greenwood as a team, they average 9.2 assists a game. They average, however, 12.8 turnovers a game. So if you're Franklin Central and you kind of pick up the on-ball pressure, that you could play the passing lanes and try and force as many turnovers as possible and get out in the fast break and get some easy points wherever you can.
Yeah. Honestly, great analysis, Landon. That's perfect for how the Flashes will win this game. And honestly, if the Flashes play exactly how you just analyzed and how you just said, Flashes will 100% walk away with this win. As Greenwood only with 5 wins of the season, not a great team, but they can. It's basketball. Anybody that has a good night is going to win the game.
And that's something we've seen with Franklin Central. They've taken some top-ranked teams out being underdogs, but kind of rarely tonight they are not the underdog. They are favored, but that means they still need to run their offense as if they are underdogs, and they need to hit shots and come out strong.
Yep. As we are about to get ready for our nation's national anthem, and we're about to have a great game underway here soon. We have some band members that will be presenting their national anthem tonight.
Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy the game. Fans, at this time, I ask that you please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Performing the anthem tonight are Jake Carter leader Ethan Grimes and Ezra Gross.
as we are now ready for some basketball. Franklin Central and Greenwood about to get underway as we're about to announce the starting lineups. Landon, you've already hit on the head. Some great players need to step up tonight, as it looks like Valen Mosley will not be starting tonight. It seems like Nehemiah Smith is going to get the nod. Very interesting. Maybe they have someone experienced come off the bench, or maybe an injury we have not heard about yet.
Nehemiah Smith, whenever he's been given minutes, he hasn't always played, but we've been given minutes. He's shown signs off the bench. He's played with a lot of hustle. He's been able to hit the three pretty well, and he's been a valuable defender. So even without Valen Mosley, you're adding another good defender that can provide pressure to the ball.
As you know, this starting lineup has not changed at all this season. This is very different from Coach Kyle Ballard to do so late in the season, but if he wants them, I guess he's going to make a change, and let's see how it works tonight, as Nehemiah Smith has definitely earned his minutes. And we've talked to EJ about it a lot, and EJ said, yeah, he's someone he works day in, day out, and he's getting that first starting nod, some great, meaningful minutes here tonight.
And something at a professional level that athletes always talk about with the growing athlete podcast market. Yeah. They talk about being ready for an opportunity when you come off the bench, and this is definitely an opportunity for Nehemiah Smith, as we will take another look at our starters tonight.
As we have Josh Moriarty, EJ Hazelette, Darius Helm, Carson Back, and Nehemiah Smith. Nehemiah Smith in his first start will get the jump as well. This is very interesting to see from Coach Ballard, just switching it up, as the Flashes have been losing as of late. Trying to change the tides here as we're getting ready for the tip.
Nehemiah Smith standing at 6'4", so you're adding a bit of height to that starting lineup as well.
And Nehemiah Smith's gonna, and just barely, Greenwood wins the tip. Carson Back cannot get there.
Greenwood in black and yellow jerseys tonight. Franklin Central in their blue and white.
And that'll be Franklin Central ball. And EJ Hazelette quickly coming out of the game as he's going to the trainers, and Dante Edwards is going to come in.
13 seconds he played there.
Wow, that's one of the fastest substitutions we've seen. Nehemiah Smith, first shot, no good. Almost a great save there by Carson Back.
Carson Back, one of the main hustle guys for Franklin Central.
Isaac O'Neal, the starting point guard for Greenwood. He can be really lethal at points when he's shooting. It's Jake Mosman. He's just checking the ball.
Franklin Central playing some man defense here. See them switch a lot from that and a zone. On-ball pressure is excellent so far.
Yes. And they're going to call a travel.
And Franklin Central is going to force their second turnover of the night, as EJ Hazelette is going to check right back in. After this next dead ball, he will.
So some very interesting to start the game for Franklin Central. A lot of substitutions and even a change in the starting lineup. Dante Edwards is going to drive. He's going to go up. He's going to be fouled.
And he had Darius Helm completely wide open in the corner.
Sam Thompson will get his first foul of the game. Hazelette will return for the Franklin Central Flashes. Moriarty going to drive. No good. Helm gets the rebound and it's in. Darius Helm gets the Flashes on the board.
Second chance points is something we talked about pregame, and Darius Helm is able to cash in a second chance opportunity right there.
You see EJ Hazelette has that black sleeve on his knee. That knee injury he sustained against Lawrence Central earlier in the season, that's now bothering him here later in the season. That's Benjamin Hommel. He's a freshman, number 35.
Darius Helm is pressuring the ball and 25, 30 feet away from the basket.
Nehemiah with some good closeout defense. EJ Hazelette with the rebound.
It seems like Coach Ballard kind of hammered that into their game plan as well. Is try and force turnovers. That's something they've been able to do so far.
Moriarty for three, won't go, and Helm with the rebound. EJ Hazlett screaming for the ball. Back, not a great pass at all. It almost hits the cheerleaders.
Misplaced pass there by Back. Franklin Central defense so far been holding up strong as they're going to exert a little bit of pressure full court.
And that's going to be kickball violation there on Nehemiah Smith. He's playing some great defense there on Isaac O'Neal. Hommel. Mosman's going to drive. He's going to go up. Jake Mosman gets Greenwood on the board with a tied ball game now. Hazel's going to try and drive. We saw his post game has been increasing a lot recently. He's just going to get his own rebound. Going to go up. No good. As that one's going to be rebounded there by number 11, Isaac O'Neal.
So we talked about being aggressive, but you also cannot force a shot in the paint.
Not at all. And great defense here by Nehemiah Smith, forcing a bad shot. And they're going to call a carry on EJ Hazelette. The Flash is already turning it over once again. Something they cannot afford to do much this game.
And even against a team that's kind of not as good compared to some of the other teams that you play, you can't afford mistakes like this early on. Because if Greenwood can jump out to an early lead, it is hard to fight from down below.
And you see some nice defense there by Nehemiah Smith and EJ Hazelette. And Jake Mosman's going to pull a deep three from the volleyball line. He's got it.
Jake Mosman, the senior, also Greenwood's leading scorer.
Hazelette going right at him. No good. Nehemiah Smith with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by number 4, Jake Mosman. Just talking about him, he gets the foul there. As Valen Mosley will come in, so will Dante Edwards.
Hazelette is struggling to find his shot right now.
Do you think that left leg is bothering him at all and forcing the shot to be bad, on that jumper?
I mean, that could be it, but also he could just, having an off night. We saw him missing some shots in pregame. That's something that's pretty common in high school.
Yep.
It's hard to be a consistent player.
He's been pretty consistent so far this season. Hazelette from the corner. No good. Mosley almost hits the rebound. He won't. O'Neal to Mosman.
Mosley's checked in from off the bench.
Three-pointer, no good. Mosman tries to force a shot there. Won't go. And Hazelette going to the rack. Won't get it. He gets his own rebound. And they're going to call him over the back. Hazelette does not like that one bit.
I think he was searching for some, maybe a foul on the first attempt, but
yeah.
Unfortunately for him, they're going to call a foul as he's trying to get another. As he's going to head off to the bench for the second time.
Chris Luckins is in, number 22 for Greenwood.
This is not the start that Franklin Central wanted. No. Only 2 points over 4.5 minutes in.
Oh, nice move there by O'Neal. Kicks it out. It's up. Oh, air balled. And that's going to go Flash's way.
Looks like that was off number 33.
Benjamin Hommel. John Owen Keto with the miss there. Nice pass there by Dante Edwards. It's just knocked away by Owen Keto.
Dante Edwards trying to drive in and drop pass to Elijah Thompson in the paint, something that Franklin Central hasn't utilized very much, kind of just trying to find their shots in the interior by going through the post. As they have 2 bigs in right now.
Oh, and Elijah Thompson cannot handle that one. As Mosman's going to lose possession there, but he's going to get it right back. Nice pass there to Owen Keto.
Franklin Central needs to get something going. And Greenwood's picking up their defensive pressure as well.
Mosley with a nice drive, and he gets the Flashes right back on the board. Franklin Central finally scoring. after that 7-0 run by Greenwood. Hazlett's going to end up checking back in. He's at the score table now. Mosman going to the rack. No, and a bad pass. Oh, no, it got knocked away. Correction.
In the flashes, 25, EJ Hazlett the third.
Hazlett been in and out. It looks like he has some more tape on his left leg now. It was just on his knee. Now it's extended down into his calf area.
Yeah.
Darius Helm is going to check out.
Oh, and nice ball movement we've seen so far from Greenwood tonight. Because Mosman's been lethal from deep. Flashes really need to stop him from shooting the 3-ball, and that's going to be a foul. Seems that it'll be a foul on
Elijah Thompson.
Elijah Thompson, yes. Dante Edwards thought it was on him at first as he tried to reach and knock the ball away.
This counter just went into the body of Elijah Thompson. As we're seeing the bigs of FC extend their defense out to the perimeter.
Nice defense there by Franklin Central as Dante Edwards is going to go up. No good. Alan Mosley gets it right back. E.J. Hazlett with the rebound. E.J. Hazlett gets it in. A whole bunch of rebounds and missed shots, but E.J. Hazlett finally puts it in for the Flashes.
As they have now scored twice in the perimeter after letting a 7-0 run go by Greenwood. Another steal here.
Bad pass there by Mosman. 3 for Dante Edwards in the corner. Won't go. Mosley with the rebound. A lot of hustle plays, and O'Neal's going to get the steal. O'Neal goes up and it's in. But the Flashes also playing very fast pace right now. Nice move there by E.J. Hazlett. Won't go. Dante Edwards gets the rebound, kicks it out to Josh Moriarty. Mosley's going to go up, and he's blocked. Looks like a lot of contact there. And Hazlett will lose the ball, but it will remain Flash's possession. So much happened there on that last possession, Landon.
Franklin Central is crashing the boards. They're hustling to every loose ball, but unfortunately, they cannot get anything to fall in the net.
Moriarty looks like a deep 2, won't go, and O'Neal's gonna get the rebound.
Less than a minute remaining here in the first quarter.
Oh, and that's be a foul there on the Franklin Central Flashes. They'll call that on Valen Mosley. As number 24, Sam Thompson will go to the line. The 6'3" junior. First shot's in. Franklin Central trailing 10-6 with 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And like we've been talking about, they've been able to get second chance opportunities, even more than second chance, third, fourth, fifth. But if you can't get the shots to fall, it doesn't matter how many opportunities you have, and that's something they need to just get going. And maybe it should be a slow start, as this team has had slow first halves before.
Yes, we've seen time and time at Franklin Central picking it up, midway through the second quarter, even the start of the second half. Hazlett in the corner, he likes to shoot from there. Mid-range, won't go, gets his own rebound. He's gonna go up, no good. And E.J. Hazlett playing with a lot of aggression and physicality tonight.
His rebounding tonight has been at a far greater level than we've seen any other game that we've watched. He's really crashing the offensive glass, getting a lot of extra possessions for his team, but he cannot get anything to go from the field so far, as that is just going to be his third point of the night.
As he gets that first free throw. Yes, you said third point of the night at this rate. With all the rebounds and maybe if you can get the shots to fall tonight, he might go for double-double tonight.
Only double-double on the season before this was his 40-point game against Southport.
Yes.
Collected 10 rebounds as well.
Moriarty for a deep 3, won't go. Oh, and
Elijah Thompson tried to tip it in, but it is going to fall out. Flashes will trail by 3, 10-7 after a disappointing first quarter.
Yes, Landon, what was the good and what was the bad about that first quarter there for Franklin Central?
The good, early on, you saw the on-ball pressure, and 2 forced turnovers early, but they haven't been able to cash in on those opportunities so far, only scoring 7 points in the opening 8 minutes. And that's not really something that we've seen from this team. I mean, we've talked about they've had first half struggles, but it hasn't really been to the extent of this, and it's been against teams that have been expected to beat them very badly, not against a team that FC is favored against, like Greenwood, and that's something we talked about. You cannot underestimate them, and maybe that's something that Franklin Central is doing.
And even so, yeah, like we said, something that you're underestimating your opponent. Franklin Central definitely underestimated HSC and the way that they played, and they came in here and, you know, they beat us pretty good. So hopefully the Flashes can get out of their own heads here this quarter and take the lead and possibly, you know, never look back and win the game.
Nehemiah Smith is going to return to the floor.
So will Carson Back and Darius Helm, as Josh Moriarty will finally get some rest.
Hazelet's minutes being distributed out differently than normal, maybe due to an injury, as we've seen is some tape being applied to his left leg. That's something we're going to watch.
Nehemiah Smith checks in the corner, gets it out to Hazelet. Hazelet, nice move, and it will go. E.J. Hazelet with a nice touch there as it falls off the rim and in.
Hazelet, the lefty with the behind the back, able to get to the rim. He's been able to get to the rim very well. He just hasn't been able to make the shots, and maybe that can flip the switch for him.
As Mosman's gonna, he's got the ball stripped away from by Valen Mosley. O'Neal will with the recovery.
Mosley off the bench has been a huge factor.
As nice defense there, but nice touch by O'Neal as Helm went up there and almost got a block.
Hazelet passed it to himself.
Bad pass there as it tries to pass it in traffic as Mosman's gonna get the steal. Luckins for 3. He's got it.
Talked about the three-point shooting of this team, 33% as a whole. They can stretch the floor out very well.
And E.J. Hazelet's going to get fouled by Mosman. Franklin Central not expecting to be down 15-19 to a Greenwood team.
Greenwood number 4, Jake Mosman is second.
Team only 5-13 on the year so far.
E.J. Hazelet going to the line for the second time now.
And he doesn't take many trips to the free throw line despite the size.
Yeah. He's going to make his first one. As number 33, Benjamin Hommel will return to the game, as number 14, Wyatt Peterson will sit.
And this Greenwood team can come at you with a variety of lineups, even reaching into their JV team if they need to.
Yes, as we've seen, there's a few players that are on the JV roster that are getting some minutes tonight, such as Hommel and Luckins. And that's a three-pointer there by Jake Mosman. It won't go. But O'Neal's going to shoot a wide-open 3, and that won't go either. Hazelet is trying to fight for that rebound. He and Hommel going back and forth so far in that first quarter.
And Hommel's able to create 2 extra possessions for his team on that one.
Nehemiah Smith, some nice defense there, trapping Mosman. That's a 3 for O'Neal. Won't go. And wow, nice rebounds by Hommel, and Darius Helm finally gets that rebound.
Smith drives.
Oh, and bad pass just over the head of Carson Back. As Flashes will have a big substitution here as Moriarty, Edwards, and Thompson. Edwards, Moriarty, and Thompson will come in as Helm, Mosley, and Smith will sit. Flashes trail 15-11 with 6 minutes to go.
Still showing full court pressure.
Nice strip by oh, no. I'll call a foul on Dante Edwards. It looked like a good strip there.
Edwards is going to pick up his first and FC's first of the quarter.
Mo's going to go to the line now. He has 5 on the night. First one will go. Flashes now trail by 5 points. Second one will go as well. As we see, number 2, Cade Kelly will come in for O'Neal.
O'Neal's play has been huge for Greenwood and their start so far. Their second leading scorer. FC needs to take advantage of him going to the bench.
That's Elijah Thompson getting a tough and one.
Talked about FC's post playmakers, and that's one of them right there. Elijah Thompson able to convert through the contact, as he's going to have a chance at a three-point play.
Parker Doolin. Man, he got just straight up babied there. As a shot will not go. And they're going to call a push off on Dante Edwards. It's the second foul now of the quarter.
That's back-to-back possessions with the foul. You see how quick players can pick up fouls. In high school, you only need 5 to foul out.
Greenwood moving the ball really well tonight. Dispersing passes around with each other.
They've been able to find open shots, and they've been able to hit them as well.
As we see the ball movement here, that's up, and it won't go.
Hazelette pushing the pace.
Edwards in the corner. Dante Edwards, oh, he won't get it, but Elijah Thompson gets it. And it goes. Elijah Thompson. Nice putback there as the Flashes trail by 2 now.
Elijah Thompson able to take advantage of Greenwood's lack of size coming off the bench, but he has been able to bring FC back within 2.
Luckins for 3. Won't get it. Dante Edwards for the rebound.
And the Woodmen continue to get open looks from 3.
It just won't fall for him at the moment. They're going to call out of bounds on Carson Back. So you see the replay of Elijah Thompson with a nice putback and shooting with the left hand.
And that's another unforced error for FC.
Jake Mosman's going to push it up court for the Woodmen. Oh, he loses Dante Edwards. Oh, a nice spin move against Thompson. That's a 3-pointer. It won't go, but rebounded. Oh, and off the leg of Parker Doolin. Went in there just a little too fast.
Doolin crashed the boards hard, unfortunately unable to secure the ball. Franklin Central will get it, trying to tie or take the lead.
Hazelette, he will pull this if he wants to. He's going to go up. He's got it. Nice bucket. He's jawing off now, saying that they can't guard him. Wow.
Hazelette taking the contact, able to back away from the defender, create some space, and get the lay in.
EJ Hazelette played with a lot of heart, as you see there, Landon.
They'll call a blocking foul there on Franklin Central.
As Sam Thompson was trying to go down the baseline. That's now his second foul. Not yet in foul trouble for EJ Hazelette, but he is no stranger to it this season, as we know.
When you're a young player, that's something you need to learn is discipline, how to play defense, be aggressive without fouling.
Mosman for 3. Won't get it.
That was when we saw him hit one from that distance before.
Edwards to Moriarty. Moriarty goes up, and Moriarty's got it as the Flashes take their first lead of the game since the 2-0 start.
19-17 for Franklin Central. O'Neal's getting set to check back in for Greenwood after they lost the lead. Less than 3 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Edwards playing great defense there on Mosman. Sam Thompson pump fakes. Dolan's going to try to drive. Is that one to Hamill?
Hummel may have taken a hit from back there.
Oh, and EJ Hazel almost swatted that one off the glass. And it looks like Coach Kyle Ballard will call a timeout. With 2:34 left, we have a 19-all ball game here at Franklin Central High School.
As we see the pep band out in the stand. Franklin Central not as full of a student section as you are used to, it being a Tuesday night game, yeah. with the pep band maybe and bring some energy into the building. Something Franklin Central's tried to do with their play, but they have fought back from a bit of a deficit in the first quarter, and they are now tied 19-19.
They were down 15-9 at one point in this game, and so far they've been playing with a lot of physicality, and they've been playing really smart as well. Got to limit the fouls and got to limit some turnovers. That's just part of basketball.
And with Franklin Central switching Nehemiah Smith into the starting lineup, they've had great play from both Mosley and Elijah Thompson off the bench. That's something that's been able to help them bring back the game for the Flashes.
And once Dante Edwards can get his shots to fall tonight.
That's something he's struggled with a bit this season. Only shoots around 27% this year.
And Carson back to get the and one. Chance for the three-point play from Carson back.
Maybe that'll bring some of the energy we were just talking about in. FC likes to close out the first quarter strong. We've seen two 10-0 runs to close out the first half, and Franklin Central in both those games have been struggling from the three-point line. They started to heat up, and that's something that could be true tonight as well.
Back, not really a free throw shooter. He's only shot around less than 10 free throw shots all season. That won't go there. Nice defense there on O'Neal. This is it Thompson against Thompson. O'Neal driving. Bad pass, errant pass into the stands. Ooh. Hits a spectator's leg. She's rubbing it pretty good now.
Franklin Central able to force another turnover.
That was just a very errant pass there by O'Neal.
And hopefully she's okay.
She should be fine. Is number 2, Asen Swain, back in the game now, as Mosen's going to sit for number 14, Wyatt Peterson.
Greenwood taking their leading scorer by average out to finish this first half after they've fallen down 2 after an early 7-2 lead.
Edwards, nice move. He's going to drive. Oh, and he just
ran into a complete brick wall there. That was number 24, Sam Thompson.
Back will inbound to Moriarty. Moriarty's going to go up, and he's got it. Moriarty, nice touch off the glass. 23-19, Moriarty lead.
Able to hop step into the paint. Incredible patience to wait for the good look. Franklin Central will take their largest lead of the game so far.
It's Thompson gives it to O'Neal. O'Neal going to go to the corner. Good defense there by Valen Mosley. It's Thompson's with the Hummel to Swain.
And complete pressure on the ball. We've seen it the entire first half so far.
O'Neal's going to drive, and it will go. O'Neal with a nice floater there against Josh Moriarty.
And this team is so willing to switch, so willing to help. They just gave O'Neal the open lane to the basket, and he's able to float it in.
Dante Edwards for 3. He's got it. There's that shot we've been talking about from Dante Edwards. Flashes take a 5-point lead.
Most of the time you see him playing off the ball, but that time able to step back, create the space needed, and knock down the tough shot.
Oh, that's a wide open 3 for Peterson. And Wyatt Peterson's got the 3.
This may be the last possession here of the first half. Less than 10 seconds remaining.
3 seconds left. Dante Edwards for 3. No good. As the Flashes will go into halftime up 26-24. Landon, as you said, they needed a big second quarter. They did it. They had the lead now, 2 points. Dante Edwards with the big 3 there towards the end. Who brought it together, and who was a big part of that second quarter to get the lead for the Flashes?
So we talked about early on tonight the switch in the starting lineup, putting Nehemiah Smith in, taking Valen Mosley out. But in the second quarter, when the bench unit came in, it was Valen Mosley and Elijah Thompson continuing to make great plays. Valen Mosley, great defensive pressure is something we talked about before game, is able to get several steals so far. And
Yes.
Thompson, his play in the post has been exceptional so
Yes.
far tonight. He's been able
Very
to
great.
bring some of the energy in as FC was kind of struggling to put the ball into the basket. They were getting good shots. They were not seemed to falling in the first quarter. They've scored the first basket and then let up a 7-0 run.
Yeah.
Could not seem to get anything going, but in the second quarter there, they really started to put it together, and Dante Edwards hit a big step back three that really, I think, will bring some momentum into Franklin Central. And that's something they've done really well, is give themselves some good things to go into halftime to talk about.
Yeah, 100%. As the Franklin Central Flashes are up 26-24 at halftime, we're going to have to get it underway for a great second half.
If you have ever wanted to be a part of a news team or be on air at a real radio station, the Franklin Central Media Program is for you. With a fully kitted studio for radio and television production, and a teacher with many years of experience in the industry, the FC Media Program prepares you for a life in broadcasting if you choose to pursue it as your career.
We make all kinds of stuff. We have a sports team, we have an arts and entertainment team, and then lastly we have a news team. They're all split up into separate desks, and then each day they'll get started on doing stuff for sports, doing stuff for our actual FC TV program, or other like news bits and pieces.
With the media production program, you have a great amount of creative freedom. The media teacher, Mr. Cooper, has this to say.
A decent amount of freedom. Everything's always oriented towards the school, though. So we got to make sure we're making content for FC. But I do want to make sure the students have a little bit of, creative liberties to create the content they, think that they would enjoy, and also the other students would enjoy, plus teachers and admin would enjoy as well. So there's a little bit, but we also have some restrictions on what you can and can't do. But we try to be as creative and open as possible within the limits of, being school appropriate.
The FC Media Program can be fast-paced at times, since you are expected to produce one video per week. You also are expected to produce 2 features, or deep dives into a topic, every quarter. It's not all serious all the time, though.
Honestly, I'd have to go with our old radio intros, where we used to just literally make anything and everything into an intro. One specifically, the Monster Mash one, where we brought Frankenstein to life. I think that was probably one of my favorite ones we made. Honestly, the Smiley Morning Show. As a kid, I loved listening to that with my dad, and that's what we'd listen to every day. And I just wanted to grow up and be on the radio with him, or on my own station like him.
You also get the ability to work on shows that are longer form and not exclusive to announcements.
So the IASB competition we're part of a state organization, the Indiana Association of Student Broadcasting, and every year there is a contest that is held in March where all the schools that are part of the IASB get together. Usually it's UND, but this year we're going to Butler University there's a bunch of different seminars that students and teachers can sit in on, plus there's the statewide competition. So there's different categories, ranging from news, sports, the graphics, entertainment stuff that students, it's all student-made content. So you kind of get to see who the best in the state is. So we try to do that, once a year, and all the stuff that we do throughout the year is always eligible for that contest.
I would say go for it. I had never done anything like this before, 2 years ago, and now here I am. And I loved it so much, and I love all the people I get to work with every day. So if you're interested, definitely give it a shot.
If you're interested in joining the FC Media Program, speak to your counselor during scheduling. For FCTV, I'm Samuel Valencia.
Hey Flashes, welcome to Food on the Fly. I'm Carter Smith, and this week we're going to be reviewing 5th Avenue Bar and Grill. I got the bacon burger with tater tots. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was really good. The tater tots were really crispy. The burger was a bit overdone for me, so I couldn't give it more than that.
I got a Southwest burger. It was a burger with bacon, onion rings, and barbecue sauce. To be honest, it was like a 7 out of 10, especially when you factor in things like price and quality.
I got the Grover burger. It had egg and bacon on it. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't think that it was worth the price because it was $21 overall with mac and cheese as a side. So I'd give it probably a 6 or a 7 out of 10.
I just got a normal plain cheeseburger, but I got the spicy cheese balls appetizer, and those were really good. I also had the well done tots, like Carter said, and they were pretty good. But yeah, the price was a little extreme. It was good though.
Yeah, when you factor in price, you know, and quality,
Yeah.
the ratio's not there. You know, price is a little high and the quality is not as, you know, up to that price.
Well, other times I've been there, it's been really good though. So maybe they just had an off day.
It's really not bad. It's actually a solid spot.
I feel like part of the price that you're paying though is kind of just for like the aesthetic of the area.
Definitely.
It's like, you know, it was like a really cool like environment to be in overall. And like, you know, it also is a bar, so like, you know, it's gonna be slightly more up there in price.
The waitress is really nice too, so that's always a good thing.
That's it for Food on the Fly. We'll see you next week, and thanks for watching.
Do you like movies? Do you want to hear someone overanalyze and talk about them with their best friend? I got a show for you. This is Corn Popped, where we talk about a lot of movies. Most recently, we talked about Rango. You can come watch it over here on the FC Media YouTube channel.
He bought their affections with showmanship and extravagant gifts of deliciousness. So I too will make this popped corn and win over those mindless drones.
Fade it till he made it. Faked it till he made it.
What's up, FC? I'm Jackson Bingham. We're back with another Sports Herd in the Halls. Today's question is, if you were an NFL kicker, would you be able to make that kick if it came down to NFL crunch time? So, if you were an NFL kicker and it came down to crunch time, would you be able to make that kick?
No.
No? Yeah.
I can't kick.
Okay, yeah, that's valid. If you were an NFL kicker and it came down to crunch time, would you be able to make that kick?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You're
Easy.
lying. You're lying. What about?
Oh yeah, definitely. Heck yeah.
Yeah, liars. If you were an NFL kicker, would you be able to make that kick in crunch time?
Probably not.
No?
Probably not. No. Probably not.
Are you sure?
I'm not that nice, man.
Are you sure? Are you sure? If you were an NFL kicker and it came down to crunch time, would you be able to make that kick?
Of course, obviously. Yeah.
I don't know. With your punting skills from last season, I don't know. If you were an NFL kicker and it came down to crunch time, would you be able to make that kick?
Bro, football's not my sport, bro. Football's not my sport. I'm a professional.
Would you be able to, though?
I ain't gonna lie. If they got the baby playing in the stadium, bro, I'm winning the game, bro.
Valid answer.
Welcome back for the second half of this great 26-24 matchup between Franklin Central Flashes and the Greenwood Women. Landon McQuitty, what do the Flashes got to do in the second half to consider a win?
For the second half, I think Franklin Central needs to continue to execute the way they did in the second quarter, and really they need to be able to continue to, with the on-ball pressure, continue to force turnovers. They did that in the first quarter as well, but they were really struggling on the offensive end, so I think they need to continue to find the shots. They need to shoot the threes with confidence. They may not be falling, but you just need to continue to shoot with confidence because you have a lot of players that can make those shots. But really what's important to me is that when you're given second chance opportunities, you need to convert. Franklin Central has gotten second, third, fourth, fifth, however many opportunities in a singular possession, but they have been unable to find shots on some of them. And that's something that their offense is going to need to do if they're going to come out of this game with a win. Leading only by 2, 26-24, as we will go underway. Greenwood with the ball.
And he's in a quick bucket there for
Jake Mosman.
And a bad pass there as it tips away by O'Neal.
FC can't let Greenwood get any momentum.
Mosman for three, he's got it. Oh, wow, Mosman coming out with early 5 points for Greenwood.
And that's what he did early on in the first half as well. Came out, hit a three from near the volleyball line, and that's about the same distance there. Trying to send a message to Franklin Central.
Hazlett, nice move. He's gonna get a tough floater. The Flashes trail by 1.
Hazlett 10 points on the night, but he has struggled from the field. He's done a great job on the offensive glass.
O'Neal to Mosman. Mosman for a deep three. He's got another one. Oh my, Jake Mosman.
EJ Hazlett sagging a little bit on Mosman, and they cannot let him get hot.
Nehemiah Smith only shooting 1 shot so far tonight. Moriarty pushing it. And that's a
bad pass by Smith.
Lucky the Greenwood woman didn't get it. And EJ Hazlett now with 12 points. Flashes trail by 2 once again. This is so far a very back and forth second half.
Flashes are trying to find their shots in the paint because Greenwood lacks a bit of size, but they have shown their three-point making ability. It's been making up for it as their offense is gonna give them a 2-point lead.
Yes, and as we see there, is a tough bucket from EJ Hazlett on that highlight. Greenwood will inbound the ball after that out of bounds.
O'Neal with it. He made some big plays in the first half.
And Mosman's gonna go right to the rack. And he's gonna be fouled by Nehemiah Smith.
Smith tried to go straight up. Looks like he may have hit Mosman in the face there. He is going to go to the line and shoot 2. Jake Mosman trying to put Franklin Central back down.
And there we go. As Mosman's gonna give the Woodmen a 3-point lead there with that first shot. The second shot is going to be underway here soon.
We saw a slow start in the first half as well. Franklin Central was able to overcome it then, but you cannot bank on the ability to do that twice.
EJ Hazlett playing with so much speed right now. It looks like his leg's not even hurting him. They're called travel there. And he's stunned. He can't believe it. EJ Hazlett, we've seen a few travel calls on him so far this season.
Needs to be able to keep his feet planted, even a shift, and they will call it a travel.
A nice tip there by Darius Helm. Is Hazlett gonna go up? No, he doesn't get it. Gets the second chance. Won't get it to go. And Flashes will retain possession.
And they will maybe get it. Looks like Carson Beck was trying to call timeout.
And he successfully called timeout. Flashes will retain possession as Flashes now have used 3 timeouts so far. 34-30, 5:26 remaining here in the third quarter. That was just, wow.
That was a flurry for Franklin Central, and that was not what you wanted to see at all. You need to convert on those easy attempts. Carson Beck had a great block on the other end on Jake Mosman, able to get the pass down court. Hazlett pump faked with it, got the defender to bite, but missed a completely wide open layup. Fortunately for them, FC is going to retain the ball, but they need to get some shots going. We're going to have a short timeout there for Franklin Central. They were just trying to make sure the ball stays in their hands. Smart heads-up play there by Back, as Helm is going to take it out. Hazlett has gone to the bench.
That's some great ball knowledge there by Carson Beck. Knowing the call timeout to not have to force a jump ball. And Helm from the corner. The big man's been shooting pretty well recently and won't go. Flashes place a little bit of full court pressure once again.
And the Woodmen sending several bodies to the glass, making sure they secure the defensive rebound.
Mosman, not a great pass, as that's going to be off the legs of Parker Doolin. Do it right at his feet.
A good read, but they will fumble the ball right out of bounds.
execution really not there for both teams. And execution and communication there, so far not there. As Helm's going to get fouled by Sam Thompson.
Helm trying to find his shot in the post. Back's going to inbound, and we're going to have some big minutes here with Hazelette on the bench. FC with down 4. They need to make a bit of a comeback to put themselves in a winning position.
With Mosley back in, he's going to definitely have some points to prove as he's coming off the bench now. A nice rebound there by Carson back, but Nehemiah Smith with a nice tip out.
Smith wide open in the corner.
A little too late, but it gives that one to Darius Helm. And the ball is stripped, but Flashes will retain possession as Parker Doolin. A lot of out-of-bounds calls being called on him so far, but
neither teams have been able to secure the ball. We talked about Greenwood coming in. They average nearly 13 turnovers a game, but turnovers have been a problem for FC as well.
Oh, nice move there by Josh Moriarty. He goes towards the baseline. Mosley's going to try and drive, kicks it out to Moriarty. Smith inside, backs down Doolin, out to Helm.
Long possession here for Franklin Central.
They're just trying to get an open shot, as Moriarty almost might have had one there. Gonna kick it out to Darius Helm for an open 3. Darius Helm won't go, but Moriarty with the rebound. Moriarty seems to there's a reach in there by Thompson. As Helm's gonna go inside, and it won't go. Nice defense there by Hommel.
Helm tried to use his size, power it right under the rim. Unfortunately, missed a little bunny shot there.
Very, very long possession there by Franklin Central. O'Neal.
As we see FC's defense pick back up and pressure.
As Thompson's gonna, and he's got it. Sam Thompson gets a nice mid-range J.
We have a lot of on-ball defense, a lot of help trying to force those turnovers, but something we've seen all night, Greenwood has almost constantly had a man open, and they've been able to find those open shots.
As Moriarty for 3, won't get it. And it touches the support straps.
Dante Edwards and EJ Hazelette are going to check into the game. Coach Ballard trying to bring some offense into this team as they are struggling to find a shot, substituting Carson back and Nehemiah Smith out.
Hazelette with 12 points. Definitely bringing some good offensive play back into the game. That's nice defense there by Valen Mosley, but that's an open 3 for Luckins, and he won't get it off the iron.
Luckins fumbled the pass there, unable to shoot the ball in rhythm, missed the shot.
And Dante Edwards, nice play through contact. The Flashes trail by 4 now.
And just as we said, Coach Ballard bringing offense back onto the court. Dante Edwards able to create a shot at the rim and convert.
They're going to call a blocking foul there on Valen Mosley. That foul is going to be...
Elijah Thompson is going to check in.
This will be a second foul of the game.
Helm's going to check out. He looks a little frustrated with himself.
Missed a few three-pointers, and he missed that contact play in the paint.
Franklin Central as a whole missing shots that they should be making. Fortunate to only find themselves down 4, but here we are.
And that's going to be a foul on EJ Hazelette. He was not like that one bit. Slaps the wrist there of Hommel.
That's going to be his 3rd.
Hazelette now in foul trouble with that 3rd foul. 2 more and he's out of here.
And with a little over 10 minutes left in game time, you can pick up those fouls quick as we saw in the first half.
Yep.
That's something you'll need to watch.
Good defense by Franklin Central here on this possession. Nothing easy coming for Greenwood so far on this possession. And they're going to call a block on EJ Hazelette. That's his 4th foul. See that he just tripped. That's really...
It entirely looked like Mosman kind of just slipped on the floor there. But they're going to call E.J. Hazelett for a blocking foul. That will be his fourth as Carson Back is going to check into the game.
We did not see that from up here at all. That was just a very interesting call there from the referee.
And with Hazelett back on the bench, Franklin Central needs to continue to find good shots on offense.
That's a three there. It won't go. Elijah Thompson with the rebound.
Mosman, no hesitation to shoot from deep. You've seen him hit a couple.
Moriarty for three in the corner. He's got it. Josh Moriarty with a nice corner three.
And that is only the second three of the night for Franklin Central.
So O'Neal's going to try and go to the rack. He's going to go back out to the perimeter.
They're going to draw Thompson out of the paint.
Very smart offensive scheme there for Greenwood, taking the big man out of the paint.
And Franklin Central so willing to switch, it's almost a little bit easy to do with a ball movement and kind of handoffs.
Mosman's going to try and nice bad pass there. It's stolen there by Carson Pack. He makes the pass to Dante Edwards.
Edwards able to save it inbounds. Back to Moriarty for three. He's got it! Franklin Central is going to take the lead right back, 38-36, less than a minute remaining before the fourth quarter.
As Mosman, oh, it's stolen there by Dante Edwards. He's gonna go up, that's blocked, but it's gonna be a foul. Dante Edwards, great defensive plays that we've seen over the past probably month or so. Dante Edwards, his defensive presence has been there.
Franklin Central generating good shots like we talked about. And Dante Edwards, his play in the second half has been huge, as they are able to reclaim the lead with their best player on the bench.
Flashes can go up by as much as 4 points after these free throws, as Dante Edwards' first free throws in, as Doolin, Thompson, and Hummel will come back in. It's Luckin and Peterson, and it seems Olenko will sit.
And with Hummel checking back in, he's been crashing the offensive glass, generating so many extra possessions for Greenwood. And Franklin Central only has one big end, being Elijah Thompson.
Oh, Dante Edwards almost a nice steal again on O'Neal. O'Neal's ball security so far in this half has not been there. But the Franklin Central Flashes really need to target number 24, Sam Thompson, as he's already in foul trouble with 3 fouls. Need to go at him, maybe get him out of the game.
It seems like this will be the last possession of the third quarter. Another steal by Back, same spot.
It won't get it off in time, as it almost went in off the backboard. Wow.
Franklin Central able to bring in a sprinkle of pixie dust and reclaim a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Hazelett picking up some foul trouble, but Carson Back able to make huge defensive plays, 2 steals in the same spot, generating some fast break points for Franklin Central.
As the Franklin Central Flashes will go into the fourth quarter up 39-36. Welcome back as we're about to get the fourth quarter underway here at Franklin Central High School, home of the Franklin Central Flashes. As Coach Ballard getting his team hyped up right before the fourth quarter starts, as Franklin Central's best player, E.J. Hazelett, sitting at the start of the quarter with 4 fouls.
FC is going to keep the same group in that was giving them success at the end of the third quarter, as we'll have Moriarty, Mosley, Edwards, Back, and Thompson.
Flashes forced a lot of bad passes there from Greenwood. Hopefully they could do it again here in the fourth quarter and get a win. Nice move there by Edwards. He's gonna give it out the back. Moriarty near the free throw line, kicks it out back to back. Nice move there by Edwards, but a great block there by Isaac O'Neal. And the Franklin Central Flashes not playing a full court press again. Mosley picking up from half court. Mosley with the steal. That one, Mosley's gonna go up.
and he's got it. Valen Mosley with the nice bucket through contact.
Valen Mosley able to get another steal in the half-court press, secured the ball there, took it in, and just laid it right up. Incredible ball security there. Mosman, after we've seen a lot of blocks.
Mosman looks a little shaken there as he almost lost the ball again on that possession. Franklin Central up 41-36 here in the fourth quarter.
And they are not letting any ball handler for Greenwood breathe.
Mosman for three. He's got it. Mosman's been on fire tonight as he has now 20 points.
Mosman, their leading scorer, the senior, able to hit some big threes so far. Let's see if FC is going to be able to answer as their offense has now started to get going here in the second half.
Mosman against Moriarty. That's a great matchup to see. Good three-point shooters up against each other. Moriarty's going to pull this one. Won't go. And that's going to be rebounded there by Jake Mosman.
Moriarty started to connect from beyond the three-point line in the third quarter. Part of what gave Franklin Central the lead back. Unfortunately, he's not going to hit that shot.
And O'Neal's got it. Greenwood takes the lead right back, 42-41.
And FC, we talked about their willingness to help, but we've also talked about there has almost always been a man open for Greenwood, and they've been able to find those open shots.
As there was a nice steal there from Sam Thompson, it just goes out of bounds.
FC still only down one. Anything they can do, however, in this point in time with Hazelette on the bench is huge, as we see Mosley able to create a fast break shot for himself.
As Elijah Thompson's going to go up. Elijah Thompson with O'Neal draped all over his back. Gets to go.
Another steal from Mosley.
This is Edwards. Edwards going to go up. Won't get it. Oh, and it's rebounded there by Thompson.
Four flashes there, crashing the glass. They're not back yet.
Carson back. Nice defense there. Mosman almost shot that three until he saw Dante Edwards coming. Play. Nice steal there by Val Mosley, and there's going to be a foul. That's going to be the fourth foul by Sam Thompson. So much happening within one possession, as we've seen all night. Just so much going on, and just possession after possession after possession.
You cannot even attempt to put the ball on the ground if you are in the vicinity of Valen Mosley. We said Nehemiah Smith got the starting nod tonight, but Valen Mosley out with something to prove off the bench.
Yes, it had. That could also be one of those things, talk about the 2012 OKC Thunder with James Harden coming out being their sixth man, giving one of those, star players as a six-man role coming off the bench to command that group, as we see Mosley doing that.
And he's been able to bring an incredible burst of energy for Franklin Central.
Only four points tonight, but defensively he's been stellar.
And it seems like so far he has more steals than points.
Elijah Thompson with some nice movement there. Elijah Thompson, he's going to get fouled by number 35, Parker Doolin. Oh, whoa.
It seems like they have called an offensive foul on Thompson there.
Oh, it looks like he might have elbowed. Looks like Parker Doolin fouled him, though.
Thompson's always been aggressive in the post. Greenwood able to force a turnover off of that fact. As it seems like they will call a travel there on Isaac O'Neal. Couple of turnovers in a row now. We've seen the game be a little bit sloppy from both teams all night. EJ Hazelette still on the bench as we are approaching halfway through the fourth and final quarter. Franklin Central holding on to a 1-point lead.
His back, go in, kicks out to Mosley. Mosley for three, won't go. Back gets the rebound. He was also fouled.
Looks like they're going to call a foul on Benjamin Hommel.
Parker Doolin, correction.
On Doolin, they're trying to get the rebound, and Hazelette will check back in. Dante Edwards going to go on the bench.
Dante Edwards, great game from him tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Got a few tough buckets and a nice three-pointer.
Hazelette needs to watch his aggressiveness as he has 4 fouls. One more and he is gone for the night.
And O'Neal's going to pick up his second foul there.
calling a reach-in foul on O'Neal.
That will be Greenwood's third foul of the quarter so far.
Flashes with no foul so far. As the inbound is into Elijah Thompson. Flash is slowing it down just a little bit. Looking for open looks. Hazlett feels like he has a mismatch in the paint.
He's got Mosman on him.
Nice move there by Hazlett. Gives it back to Elijah Thompson. Hazlett might back down Mosman here. As he will. Oh, it seems like he got fouled there by Doolin.
Yeah,
He's gonna get
completely.
fouled.
Hazlett trying to do a little post spin, completely ran into Parker Doolin. But they will call a foul after the fact. They'll call it instead on Jake Mosman.
He's now in foul trouble with 3. Mosman and Doolin in foul trouble with 3 fouls. Flashes up by 1, 43-42, 3:24 remaining in the game.
Hazlett at the free throw line.
First shot good for E.J. Hazlett as he has 13 on the night.
And I think it'll be good for him to see the ball go through the net a couple times after he had a long rest due to foul trouble. As Helm is going to check back in for Elijah Thompson. Played huge minutes off the bench.
As Darius Helm, one of those key players. We've not seen him a lot tonight. As E.J. Hazlett is going to get the second shot to fall. And Nehemiah Smith's going to come in for Hazlett.
So it seems like what Coach Ballard is trying to do is just eliminate the risk of E.J. Hazlett picking up another foul and not getting it not being able to use him as much as you would like to. So very smart play by Coach Ballard, putting Nehemiah Smith in, but leaving Valen Mosley in because his defensive play tonight has been spectacular.
Yes, and a lot of physicalities. We just saw Carson back. Refs letting him play it through. Jake Mosman for 3, won't go, and rebounded there by Carson back. He's been crashing the glasses great tonight. And that's tipped there by Doolin.
We've seen several bad passes from back tonight.
That's a 3-pointer, and it won't go. It is missed by Wyatt Peterson. And it seems that Coach Ballard called a timeout there. With 2:36 remaining, Flashes up 45-42. So the pep band getting back into it. Hazlett was gonna return to the game after the next dead ball. So it seems like E.J. Hazlett will come back in.
Ballard, we've seen him make a lot of offense for defense substitutions, but typically it's between Dante Edwards and Valen Mosley with the typical starting lineup. I'm a little bit interested to see what he's going to do here since Nehemiah Smith got the starting nod, but Valen Mosley has been playing incredible all night.
I mean, the lineups have been amazing for the Flashes so far. Almost every single lineup has gotten something to go.
And that's such a luxury that he has as a first-year coach, having players that are able to go from DNPs to playing solid starting minutes.
Yes.
As they will have their normal starting group in Moriarty, Mosley, back, Hazlett, and Helm.
Mosley goes up with a nice bucket. Open lane, and he takes it. Flashes up by 5 now. As Hommel trying to find an open look. He gets the Jake. That's a 2-pointer there for, oh, they're going to call a foul.
Another open shot for Sam Thompson in the mid-range.
Sam Thompson with the open shot won't go, but Carson Beck's going to get called for, seems like he pushed off. It's Nehemiah Smith's going to check in.
E.J. Hazlett will come out once again. But when you add Smith instead of Hazlett, you also add an incredibly strong player, and you're not losing very much size. He stands at 6'4".
And he's also makes up for on the defensive side of the ball with, being 4 inches shorter than E.J. Hazlett. O'Neal for 3. He's got it. Isaac O'Neal gets the Woodmen down by 2 as Greenwood will take one of their final timeouts.
Greenwood,
the first timeout, sorry.
is calling a 30-second timeout after cutting what was 5-point lead for Franklin Central down to 2. Now we're stuck. Now we are here with 1 minute 51 seconds remaining in the game. Franklin Central up 2. With no shot clock in high school, there's no telling how many possessions this could be. So Franklin Central most likely just trying to run as much clock off as possible, but they want result in a good shot and hopefully a score to maybe try and put the game away.
As Jake Mosman for Greenwood has 20, and Isaac O'Neill for Greenwood has 12 points.
As we just saw a huge 3 by O'Neill.
Hazelette back in the game. This is the usual starting lineup that we're used to seeing.
Hazelette with Mosman on him again.
Hazelette, he wants to pull it so bad.
He really likes this matchup.
Yes, he does. It's definitely a mismatch. Hazelette gonna go to the rim. He's got it. They don't get the charge. EJ Hazelette now with 16 points. 4 fouls, though, so that foul could have taken him out of the game.
Yeah, Sam Thompson, smart play by him, trying to pick up a charge. Would have been Hazelette's 5th, as you said.
And Sam Thompson also has 4, so if he picks up one more, he's out of here as well. CJ Hazelette almost gets a steal on Hommel.
In foul trouble, but still aggressive in the pass lanes.
As they're going to get Valen Mosley for his 3rd foul. They're going to call a blocking foul on Valen Mosley.
Smith will check in once again.
EJ Hazelette not too smiling about it. Didn't like it at first, but he knows it has to happen. Because if he's out of here, it's a big loss for the Franklin Central Flashes.
Coach Ballard not taking any risks. 1 minute 5 seconds remaining. Still a 1-possession game. Open 3 for O'Neill. He got it. That's high game. Less than a minute remaining.
Franklin Central up by 1.
As we will call, I have a timeout here by Coach Ballard.
As he has one more timeout to give. O'Neill with a great 3 to there. Wide open. Franklin Central just gave it to him at that point. As he now has 15 on the game.
50 seconds remaining. Franklin Central with the ball up 1. And if you're Greenwood, when do you start thinking about fouling?
I would say if Franklin Central scores a 3-pointer, I definitely think that if Franklin Central doesn't try and score, I say around 30 seconds you would start fouling and see what we could do after that. But right here, you're going to definitely tell Thompson not foul, as Sam Thompson has 4 fouls, because he cannot afford another one.
And in a situation like this, you might consider just taking a player like that off the floor completely, as Coach Ballard has done time and time again with Hazelette.
But if you're Franklin Central, you're going to have to keep the ball. You're going to have to hold it and give it to someone like Valen Mosley, Josh Moriarty, EJ Hazelette, someone that you know that will, make the free throws. Is EJ Hazelette's going to be the one to inbound here after the timeout break. 50.3 remain. Flashes lead 49-48. Big possession here for both teams. As Mosley can get the ball, he's going to push it up the court. Mosley's going to go up. Valen Mosley and 1. Valen Mosley with a tough bucket.
Mosley coming off the bench, but continues to bring energy into this team. He's played stellar defense, and as we see once again, he's been able to finish through contact, as he will have a potential for a 3-point play.
Flashes lead by 3. Now they lead by 4. 41 seconds remain. 52-48. Flashes on top.
Now a 2-possession game.
Nice steal there by Valen Mosley.
Mosley again.
To Moriarty, open, and Flashes lead by 6 points now. As the clock is ticking on Greenwood.
And Valen Mosley making a huge difference.
Mosman goes up. And that's going to be a timeout for Greenwood. As they use their second timeout now. As Mosley, great defensive presence as he gets the steal. Open look to Moriarty. Moriarty gets it in. And the Flashes now trail by 4.
Mosley gotten steals because of his pressure time and time again. He's such a strong player as well.
Yes.
When you're an offensive player and you're trying to run through him, you just can't. It's like, it seems like you kind of run into a bit of a brick wall, and sometimes that can shock you a little bit. But also, he has the great ability to steal the ball from a ball handler and make good plays in the fast break, as we see him find Moriarty for an open layup just now. Gave Franklin Central a 6-point lead.
Yes.
After giving them a 4-point lead himself.
Franklin Central, they've fought. You and I have said this all season long. They fight and they fight and they fight to the very end of the game. No matter if they're down by 20 or they're up by 20, they're going to fight no matter what.
And it doesn't matter who the opponent is. And we're seeing 5-13 now, giving Franklin Central some struggles, but they are continuing to show winning effort throughout.
As they're going to call a foul on Isaac O'Neal.
Franklin Central up 4, 54-50.
Hazelette will go to the line for 2. No more 1-and-1 free throws in high school basketball. EH3 is what they call them.
Already a 2-possession game, but they can make it even larger.
He knew that one wasn't going in. As Flash is up by 4, 16.3. Hazelette could not get the first one to go as he can get the second shot to put the Flashes up by 5. Hazelette with the second shot. He's got it. Flashes lead by 5.
16.3 seconds remaining. Looks like Greenwood's not going to call a timeout.
They still have 3 timeouts left. As Mosman's going to try and drive. Nice defense there by Josh Moriarty.
He's going to dive on it.
And they're going to see what they might call a foul there on Doolin. 4 seconds remaining. Flashes up by 5. EJ Hazelette talking to his bench, saying that Moriarty's going to throw it to him. He was going to put it between the legs and slam it. He already had it. He already had it in his mind. As we see this highlight, Josh Moriarty diving on it, laying it all out there.
Franklin Central has been fighting for loose balls time and time again. Able to get so many second chance points. This time, able to force another turnover as Moriarty going to be credited with that steal, and he's going to hit his first free throw. And now a 6-point game. Potential to make it 3 possession with 4 seconds remaining.
And the Flashes lead by 7 points now. Hazelette try to get the steal there as Olin Ketos is going to go up, and no good. He airballs that one. Flashes win 57-50. Landon was a great game. Flashes did not give up, start to finish. Just an all-around great game from both teams. Turnovers were a big problem in the first half. Second half, Flashes limited turnovers, played better defense. What changed? What do you think changed in that second half? What do you think Coach Ballard had to say to him for that to happen?
Well, the ball security just got so much better for Franklin Central, and they started to hit their threes as well. There were some huge shots, particularly by Josh Moriarty, that gave Franklin Central the initial lead. But in particular, I'm going to look at the bench play tonight. We talk about normal starter Valen Mosley put on the bench in place of Nehemiah Smith, but he came off the bench with a fire and a passion. And 9 points, but also he had steals time and time again, ripped so many ball handlers, able to create so many good shots in the fast break, not just for him, but for his teammates as well.
And he forced the Greenwood guards to have bad passes, throw it out of bounds, even throw it to his teammates. If that, Valen Mosley definitely probably the player of the game tonight. When you go in terms of offensive side and defensive side together, Valen Mosley definitely player of the game tonight.
Oh, definitely for sure. But also off the bench, Elijah Thompson had some huge plays. We see FC crash the offensive rebounds all night, but weren't really able to cash in on those opportunities until Thompson was checked in, and he kind of took the ball to the paint and is able to put the ball in a few times, and that's really something, that's kind of all you need to see, because this team struggled hard in the first quarter. They could not seem to buy a bucket.
Not at all. As Franklin Central wins 57-50. We had a great game tonight. It was fun calling it with you, Landon McQuitty. I'm Gage Vaughn.
I'm Landon McQuitty.
Have a great night, Flashes.
Movies. Do you want to hear someone overanalyze and talk about them with their best friend? I got a show for you. This is Corn Popped, where we talk about a lot of movies. Most recently, we talked about Rango. You can come watch it over here on the FC Media YouTube channel.
He bought their affections with showmanship and extravagant gifts of deliciousness. So I too will make this popped corn and win over those mindless drones.
Fade it till he made it. Faked it till he maked it.